Good morning, Torrington. I'm Eric Starkey.
And I'm Crystal Albers. It's Thursday, February 22nd.
And you're watching Torrington Today.
Well, in yesterday's paper, you can read all about the storm we were getting this past week. It was supposed to be a lot more severe than it actually was, so there's a detailed breakdown of that, as well as our kind of recollection of the Citizens Bank fire that was over 100 years ago, or actually maybe just about 100 years ago. But that bank burned to the ground, and it was just kind of remembering that event for those of you that were around to see it. Probably not a lot of you, but also in tomorrow's paper we have a story about the special meeting and work session from the school board last Tuesday night. They just kind of discussed the 4-day school week a little more. Not a lot happened, but if you're following that issue closely, it might be some more information for you there. We'll also have a story about the new pastor at Torrington Baptist Tabernacle Church, and a look at what he's looking at for the future, as well as a little bit of how he came to be in Torrington. So stumbled through that.
As far as sports go, we're entering my favorite part of the sports season, the postseason. The time where things really matter. You win or you go home. As far as yesterday's paper, you can read about regional wrestling. All three high schools competed at Torrington was at the 3A East tournament, and both Southeast and Lingle-Fort Laramie were at the 2A East tournament, so you can read about how all three of those teams did as we prepare for the state tournament this weekend. Also in yesterday's paper, you can read about Lingle-Fort Laramie and Southeast girls and boys basketball wrapped up their regular season last weekend, so you can read about that in yesterday's paper. As with every week, be sure to check online if you don't see your favorite sports team in the paper. We got it online. We got you covered. So just check there if you don't see your favorite team. As far as Friday's paper goes, you can read a feature about Chase Lovercheck, a Southeast senior. He picked up his 100th win earlier this season on the mats for the Cyclones, and he's still looking for a couple more at the state tournament this weekend. He's a 3-time state placer, but he's still chasing that elusive state title, so we'll see if he can get it done this year.
Could be the year.
You can also read a preview for the 2A and 1A East regional basketball tournaments that are this weekend for both Southeast and Lingle-Fort Laramie. Those previews will be in Friday's paper.
That sounds good. Keeping you updated on your sports.
Trying to, at least. There's a lot happening this time of year.
Sounds like it. It's almost March Madness, right?
I can't wait.
All right, well, this weekend, if you're not going to a sporting event, which Eric will update you on, there's the Rocky Mountain Elk Foundation banquet at the Rendezvous Center, if that's your kind of thing.
Your cup of tea?
Yes, your cup of tea. And then Sunday is the Ultimate Dodgeball Tournament. I believe Eastern Wyoming College is hosting that. So if you're not signed up for the Ultimate Dodgeball Tournament and it's not too late, you better go. Throw some balls around the gym.
What makes it ultimate? That's what I want to know. Is it like the cream of the crop dodgeball players in Goshen County?
Or maybe it's just their attitudes are ultimate.
Okay.
Maybe it's high stakes. I guess you'll have to go and find out.
As far as sporting events go this weekend, like I said, we're in the postseason for a lot of teams around here. The big thing on my agenda for this weekend is the state wrestling tournament up in Casper at the Casper Event Center. I think it's over 20 Goshen County wrestlers will be in action this weekend in Casper. And action starts at 9 a.m. on both Friday and Saturday, and the championship matches are at 5:15 on Saturday. So be sure to follow along on our social media accounts or the page on Track Wrestling to see if any locals do make it to the championship matches. So something to keep your eye on. If you want to stay a little bit closer to home, the 2A East regional basketball tournaments are here in Torrington. Starting today, actually, and running through Saturday. The 1A East regional basketball tournaments, where Lingle-Fort Laramie will be, are in Douglas. So, like I said, we've got a lot of postseason action. As far as Torrington goes, they're on the road this Friday against Buffalo. They're closing out their regular season, and their regional tournament will be next week. So, we get a little off track between the three schools here with Torrington and 3A, but definitely a lot of things to keep you busy.
Sounds good.
As far as the weather goes, it looks like a nice day to hang out in the gym all day, to be honest. Today's high is 29, so not a bad day to hang out and watch some basketball after work or anything like that. Tomorrow we are at 35, so up a little bit. And then on Saturday we're at 33, so.
It's better than the 12 degrees
That's
below
true.
zero we had earlier.
It could be worse, but especially for anybody who's traveling out there, be sure you got enough gas and you know where you're getting. So I wouldn't want to be stranded anywhere, that's for sure. Well, there you have it, Torrington. Enjoy your relatively cold weekend. I'm Eric Stark.
And I'm Crystal Albers.
And you've been watching Torrington Today.